So usually I'm reading something that I wrote myself, but tonight is not the night, and I want to share the poetry written by an inmate in a federal jail, and who happens to be my best friend. And so he wrote something that he called jail diary, and he wrote in different parts that he was able to send to me, and I'm going to share the first part with you. Chapter 1. Federal Detention Center from another side of fence. That is absolutely crazy how this place has got no sense. Maybe that's the way to punish in addition to lockdown. Dear friend, please be encouraged not to get here anyhow. First things first, you get arrested and handcuffed behind your back. Driving in such position is uncomfortable as heck. I don't know about the others, but my ride was crazy cold. Later, it was even colder when we got into the court. Then, to get some information, they were calling me inside. I refused without the lawyer, and they frightened me, all right. I gave up, I gave them info, shocked and nervous, said all wrong. Till this day, I cannot fix it. What a stupid, stupid fault. Then I got into the courtroom to stand up before the judge. I had roughly 30 seconds for my 20 pages charge. You are here for breaking stages, number this and that, up to 20 years in prison for each one. You understand? I did understand each sentence, every single separate word, but I didn't get whole picture, how and when I did and what. No one read me whole indictment, neither the Miranda clause. I was scared, alone and frightened, absolutely, fully lost. Then I got a piece of paper with the chain around my chest, with handcuffs connected to it, with the chain between my legs, and was transferred to the building that I've never seen before, in the middle of the city, with barbed wires on the wall. It took long until we get there. Everything since then is long. They took all of my belongings, an indictment that was wrong. God knows how I saved the glasses. Even wedding ring got off. Can't imagine how frustrated, shocked and panicked was my love. Then I got into the cabin to perform a visual check. Got undressed while they were watching. That's embarrassing as heck. Left my balls, sat down while coughing, even spread my butt for them, just to get new piece of clothes from this rude and deviant man. Then, about 9 hours waiting, did I tell that all is slow? Peanut butter jelly sandwich, which I never tried before. One phone call late in the evening, wife is saying, we will fight. My naive, positive thinking that it's gonna be alright. Dirty floor and dirty restroom, people sleeping in the dirt. Unfit officers screaming when nobody said a word. Then the line, the toilet paper, blanket, sheets, a piece of soap. Door is closed. I'll see you later. Welcome to another world.
I'm ready for that next chapter.
Let me unmute myself. Yes, so this is chapter 2. Chapter 2, the Narrow Windows County Jail, Fort Lauderdale. Did you know how many crazy people get into the jail? Someone's screaming, someone's knocking metal door through all the night, someone's drilling, someone's sewing, and they don't turn off the lights. The TV is working loudly and the bunkie really snows. I have never been in trouble. Was I shocked? Oh yes, of course. They woke up us for the breakfast between 4 and 5 a.m. Could not tell what we were eating, who am I and where I am. I remember drinking something that the others called the milk. I'm curious, what was it? Never tried that kind of drink. I've been living into units. First, 4 phones, worked only 2. and the line for them so crazy you don't even have a clue. Second was a little better. They were working 3 or 4, and 2 screens for virtual visits, which may seem a little more. But the people who were aggressive sometimes even fought for phone, so it was pretty impressive. Days I got 2 times to call. Virtual visits were on schedule, but it worked the weirdest way. No one called you from the lockdown, even though you had to pay. And because they didn't lock us much more seldom than they did, I could only see my loved ones when by luck our schedules fit. What's the worst part? I had nothing, couldn't read and couldn't write. Not a single piece of paper, even pen was out of sight. I was asking, and politely, for the officer to help. They ignored me or sometimes just said, "Go and help yourself." Rudeness, an important topic. It will follow all the way. Officers are so unfriendly even though they are well paid. Don't forget, I'm not convicted and I treat them with respect, but it seems they are directed to the punishment, not help. Some of them are real jackasses. They don't hear you but demand. Stupid rules that they invented in the rules you wouldn't find. And I bet if something happens, they'll be last who get involved. Only therapy can fix it, and one day it will, I hope. Back to eating. I can't help it, but I don't know what I ate. They were chips, Pop-Tarts, and oatmeal, all the things I really hate. Cornbread with some kind of gravy that was smelling like a beef, peanut butter jelly sandwich, and bologna, I believe. And some cookies and an apple. Literally, that was it. I was lucky that my roommate has been constantly asleep. I've tried to do some walking, some push-ups and jumping jacks. Right away they said the inmates should be sitting at the desks. Standing, walking, running, screaming, cause lockdown, a big no-no. So I wasn't exercising till I heard my bunkie snore. On a Saturday or Sunday we got visited by priests. They have brought us many Bibles. I got one and was so pleased. And not only that I wanted to review it one more time, but it also had some pages at the end for notes of mine. You remember that I told you that I didn't have a pen. So how can you write the number of your lawyer or a friend? I assume one can remember 10 of numbers all at once. But back then, that kind of person wasn't present among us. Pens should never be a problem. You can buy one, you would think. But commissary orders only comes once in 2 weeks. So I ordered pen, some paper, also pencil and some more. By the time it was delivered, I was not there anymore. But my daughters got a promise I will write them every day. So I had to do it somehow. Finally, I found a way. I looked up who had a pencil, offered him 2 bags of chips. We shook hands, and so I got it. Not a chance he could resist. Then I wrote some touching poems. Time has come to go to court. Same handcuffs and all that nonsense you have never heard before. Judge had asked, "Are you this person?" Then of course she called my name. Then she said word extradition. Well, New York, I'm on my way. I'm just kidding, it's too early. First, let's get back to the cell. As no one will ever tell you where you're going, how, and when. I got back to jail in Broward reading Bible. Days went by, till one early morning came another transfer time. I was told, "The judge is waiting, grab your stuff and get outside." But I knew there is no court pending, and I assumed the New York's right. 4 a.m., I'm asking, can I grab the glasses and the book? They allowed, but made such pity, hateful, and exhausted look. So I grabbed my glasses, Bible, pencil that was really small, got handcuffed and chained, and followed officers to other hall. Elevator? What is that? Bible? Give it here, it's not allowed. Changed the clothes, found the pencil. I'm about to scream out loud. Waiting room. Left turn to waiting. U.S. Marshals, glad to see. Now a big bus, peanut butter, and the crazy called AC. But don't think we go to Brooklyn. There is no straight lines for the feds. So they brought me to Miami for new chapter. Makes no sense.
And then Duke, I'm probably gonna throw Ava ahead of you if she gets back.
No worries.
Okay. All right, Frankie.
Thank you, Chuck. Honestly, I wasn't sure that I will have time to read it, so I wasn't practicing that much. So forgive my reading, but I will try.
Okay.
Have you ever been forgotten? Maybe you were put on hold and the person never answered just because they have forgot. Maybe in the doctor's office, secretary skipped your line and you waited to get noticed for a huge amount of time. So it's here, 20 noisy people and the further corner cell, staff shortage and overbooking, and we are waiting long as hell. All the guys who got there after very quickly passing by, but we're waiting, and no one can tell us why. So we started getting louder and a little bit complain, but the officers don't like it, causing purposely delay. So it took around 12 hours all in all to check us in. Should I say we were united like a basketball dream team? We have seen CO and doctor almost getting to the fight. CO literally called her, go for cameras outside. Doctor said, I got diploma, threw her scrub down to the floor, turned around and left the unit, very loudly slammed the door. Doctors check, who cares, whatever, let's get dressed. We don't have M. 2XL is what you're getting. Well, congrats, now you're a big man. Turn the socks in, grab another. Oh, we just ran out, so sad. No, you cannot leave your old ones. Take the sleepers, don't get mad. What you mean you're a size 11? We are equal, all we are 9. ICE arrested all illegals. There's a shortage, that is why. May I get a cup of water? We don't carry any cups. There's a shortage, you remember, in supplies and stuff and parts. We came up with the solution using empty bag of chips and were able to drink water with some pieces on the lips. Now new quiz, there is no free calling. Loved ones don't know where you are. Hourglass sand, the sand is falling, 60 seconds to be a star. Tell the loved ones that you love them. Also tell them where you're at. Tell them your new inmate number, money, where and how to send. Got it done? Congratulations. Wait for others to get done. You will need a lot of patience and acceptance from now on. Funny part, ideas they gave us, they were totally messed up. For example, I'm 150, but it said 185. And the guy who's 2 times bigger was 140, and so on. Till this day, have no idea where they got these numbers from. Finally, we got the blankets, elevator to 6th floor, couple of stops, the guys are leaving, 12, 11, 6, 5, 4. By the time I got to unit, there were only 2 of us, and 3 cells with out-of-service signs, and one of them is for us. While I was locked down in county, we were talking about the facts, that the food is so much better, there's computer room to text, more TVs, and they are bigger, much more phones, a gym to play. But the phones has certain limits and you always have to pay. I was deeply disappointed. I was thinking feds are great, but facility I came to, someone needs to renovate. Tiles are broken, walls are dirty, wires are sticking out of them. When we saw it with my body, simultaneously said, damn. I assumed the evil genius had been working for this jail, so he could invent the mattress that caused suffering and pain. I'm not sure if he succeeded and made mattresses that last. But two prototypes I bet you that one night arrived to us. It's uneven, wrapped in plastic that is crunchy and is thick. You can hear it when you're moving, and it doesn't hold the shit. What's the worst? They bend the pillows. Don't ask me, I don't know why. No, I know, you have to suffer, and preferably to cry. What surprises in the morning when you just woke up in jail? It's a smell around the hallway, strong, disgusting, smoking smell. People from outside the system may have said, "That's wrong to us. You're in jail. No way there is any smoking of illegal drugs." Poor, naive, and humble reader, I was thinking this way too. The amount of shit they have here is so huge you have no clue. This is literally nothing you can find behind the bars. It's a place where many people get addicted to the drugs. People here are using tablets to watch movies, to play games, and to listen to the music all the nights and all the days. Also, there are 4 computers you can use to check emails for PC for 90 users. So I'm asking, what the hell? They already paid for tablets. Let them use those to send text. One more reason for this chapter to be called Please Search No Sense. So enjoy the constant fighting and the lines to use PCs. Did I say that calls from tablet would have added lots of peace?
Wow.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Chuck, for providing the platform where I could share such things.
Oh,
Thank you.
Great piece.
yeah, it really is. I'm actually surprised that any of them were able to use tablets.
I know.
I would have expected those to be confiscated or put away, whatever. Cause I'm pretty sure phones are not allowed. So, I don't know.
I thought the tablets were the kind of tablets that they were taking. They were swallowing the tablets.
That.
Uh,
I think it can be both. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I
It can
think
be
it was,
used in too.
I heard, I don't know. The context I thought both, but
Hey, Frankie, that was really good. I heard it. I heard most of it, and it's really, really good. I mean, it really takes you on that trip through that, and you can see it. And the rhyming, it works in it. It makes it it gives it a rhythm.
Thank you so much, because when first of all, it's a dear friend of mine. It's I would say the best friend of mine. So of course it affected me profoundly. I wasn't even able to write anything, I'm going through all these emotions, and it's just like I'm thrown from one thing to another, and I don't know, I can't even write. That's been but I guess it went, the talent is still somewhere. So my friend came up with these beautiful poems, and I was reading them, and I was amazed how he really made me feel what he felt, and diving deep, I can imagine every little thing. He just painted this picture, and I totally dived into it, and I'm really grateful that I'm able to share with you guys, and because I know that you understand, and it's not something that I can go to next corner and just chat about such things. So it needs to be people who would understand, and I'm really grateful.
Well, and for him, it's a big release for him to be able to write it, and then knowing that it was shared and that people related to it and appreciate it. That it's a good form of his energy and a good form of therapy to write. And I started a nonprofit, and I want to send people into prisons to do such things, writing and yoga and meditation and therapeutic artistic practices that would help them. And because they need a positive outlet and positive rehabilitation just to, I mean, it's really an ugly system. And what I also wanted to say, the drugs that come in, there's a huge drug market in the prison world. And, the guards bring them in. The guards are another whole issue. I mean, can you imagine the Nazi guards that would be in a prison?
Yeah.
And the deals that they must make to get drugs in and out of there, and on the system of, that it's also corrupt on every level. So if it's not coming in one way, it's coming in another way. And they, just treat them like animals. And many of them are not guilty of the things that they said they did.
Yes, and even if a person is released afterwards, but nothing can make up for being 6 months in jail and treated like an animal without any basic human rights. So nothing can make up. Of course, most of the people just are so tired, and if they are released, they don't even care about anything. They just like, okay, I'm just released. I will start like my life again. So they don't even go back and try to fix it. So because it's just too hard. Everyone wants to keep up with their life. They already lost so many months or years or whatever. And
you know what I was thinking about today, just right before, about like 2 hours before this, is that the animal therapy for prisoners is really good to pair up prison inmates. Let's say people are never going to get out of prison. I mean, a lot of people did horrific crimes, and I mean, but even them, I don't think that treating them that way is helping anybody. And taxpayers are paying for it. Yes. It's not like we're not paying for it. Yes. And to have these systems, I'm surprised they get away with it. I really am surprised that the U.S. gets away with this stuff. They have been, they criticized by, of all places, the UN and other places, and it's a despicable part of American culture, and it's based on the stock market and profit, funneling people. It's a system of slavery, and I mean, and it's absolutely satanic.
Yeah.
And it's experimental. They experiment on them. It's so ugly. It's unimaginable, and that they put people in there for things that, again, that they're not guilty of.
Yeah.
For the most part. And, drugs and, I mean, it's just such it's a very immature and silly way of dealing with a social problem that needs immediate attention. It could be so much better. I mean, and it's also a reflection of our culture that it produces so many criminals that you would necessitate a prison system. Like, what kind of culture has such a big prison system? Why are you creating such nuts or such criminals or such dishonest, psychopaths that you have to build buildings and keep building them? I mean, where can you fix, where can you cut that off and fix it before it happens?
Really. Because we in the United States, we lock up more of our population than any other country, which is crazy.
We have most of the world's prison population, and it's just, I mean, a lot of it is the drug war goes along with the prison, and there's a lot of money in prisons. Every prisoner, it's like COVID deaths. They got paid a lot of money to report on COVID, COVID deaths. Oh, that wasn't a motorcycle accident. That was COVID. Thanks for the $250,000. It's a similar thing in prison.
Really?
A couple of years ago, there were some lawyers and judges in Pennsylvania, I think it was Pennsylvania, and they got busted for trafficking prisoners. Like, trumping up charges on them and putting them away. They got,
Really?
yeah, and they happen to get caught, but those are just the ones that are caught.
Yeah.
Insane. And
These prisons can reflect the justice system and how bad it is, and how stupid these lawyers and judges are all across the country. Almost every single one of them. Almost every one. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a system like that. The lawyers and the judges are responsible for such things.
Well, let's see if we can go to a lighter topic.
If you just spend a little time in criminal court, though, you see there that it's also just part of the business,
Oh yeah. And
It's part of the slave trade.
Frankie, I'm going to let you go again. So, do you have one more chapter to share with us?
Yes, the last one that I have so far. Again, excuse my reading because I'm lucky tonight to have so much time. I wasn't hoping for that. So anyway, I'm handy if you cannot fix the toilet and the sink. Give me tools and a few hours and I'll make sure it doesn't stink. But I bet you have a plumber on the paper. Well, at least. Covering the naked wires also is an easy fix. You may say they don't have budget, and I even could agree. But there are so many inmates that will do it all for free. Give an extra tray for dinner, issue a certificate, and you'll get a better prison and a happy inmate. Uniform, another story. I don't know who thought it's cute. And instead of pants and t-shirt, made us wear this jumpsuit. It's uncomfortable, heavy, takes at least one day to dry. I assume the goal was also to annoy and make you cry. You can buy sweatpants and jacket for more comfortable life, but you are not allowed to wear it on weekdays from 6 to 5. You can wear it in the evenings and on weekends in your cell. They will lock you every weekend. Please don't ask me why as well. Something's permanently missing. Here, the paper is always out. If you have a need in printing, there is none, I have no doubt. So you need to ask the CEO for a sheet to even bag. Anyway, you'll pay your money, not per page, but per attempt. There are words you hear most often when you talk to the CEO. Ask inmates, get back to units. No, I don't know, and recall. Search no help when talking to them. They are ones who need the help. They are prisoners here also, but they chose it by themselves. This case manager, I heard it, couldn't reach him for the weeks. All the issues in the unit were resolved by orderlies. If you need a toilet paper, some more soap or advice, save your time. Don't ask the CEOs. Build some friendship with the guys. There is another person, counselor, in the unit. She is a boss. Among all aggressive workers, there is no doubt she is the most. I assume she's here to help you with your visits, legal needs, and I see she's doing something, but more often she just screams. Need a power of attorney? Not a problem, fill the form. Thinks I only got a pencil. May I get a pen? Hell no. May I fill it with a pencil? Doesn't matter, go away. But I already have filled it. Busy, come another day. There you go, it filled with pencil. No, go redo it with the pen. But you said that, are you kidding? Go and do it as a man. By the time I won't accept it if you mention real estate. I don't know what if you're trying, feel it to defraud the state. In a few she notarized it, that is cool, but there is no stamps. How you think I'm gonna send it? I don't care, go ask your friends. Praise the Lord. at the church service, guys are nicer than she is. Got the stamp, finally sent it, and for quite some time was pleased. Till the time my wife received it, and of course it didn't work. Poor thing, I can imagine that for her that was a shock. When she came to the Carvana to sell car to pay the bills, they said witnesses are missing and refused because of this. Offers is not gonna save you if you get into the fight. Luckily, I learned about it through observing from outside. Knives are big and locks are heavy. They don't see it, they pretend. So if nobody gets injured, other ship will handle that. But the other ship's not stupid. They will try to pass it too. So the issue won't be handled in another day or two. Till it all gets escalated, unit fills with heavy squad. And it's them who'll be deciding who's responsible for what. You can buy some food for extra, but you cannot cook or heat. The solution is as usual, as inventive, as unique. Garbage bin, some bags for garbage, some hot water goes inside. Voila! Your rice al carte with some extra prison pride. Sure, the cooktop may seem better. Who just set the microwave? Logic left this place forever. Don't be foolish, but be brave. There's no cup, the bowl from Cheetah's. Stomach is a little tired. It's okay, some food they give us is about to or expired. Have you seen the thread and needle from the History Museum? Same as what inmates are using when they only get locked in. Cut the mattress, make a pillow, cut the jumpsuit for the pants. If you get that Cooper needle, sell some items to your friends. Some inmates leave pretty quickly, some are staying here for months, some are waiting for the transfer, someone goes completely nuts. Did you know there is no limit? You can spend here years and years. When arrested, I was thinking, in a few I'll get released. I don't know how long it took me. Many days got mixed in one. Not surprising when it's boring and there is no calendar. But one night the door got opened and the CEO called my name, just to start another chapter called my second transfer day.